What's up, people? This TikTok podcast host, Super Show Mimi, made a statement. She said that men don't like women. Before I respond, I wrote clips.
You cannot tell me that there is no possible way that y'all like women. Fellas, I've been trying to be on y'all side and I just wanted us to all get along, but since I see that ain't gonna never happen, let's just accept the fact that you just don't like women. There's no way that y'all go on these podcasts and y'all make these videos naming countless reasons why y'all don't want to respect women, why y'all don't want to go out of y'all way for them, why y'all don't want to love on them. You can't like them. You can't. You don't want to provide a safe space for them. You don't want to provide for them. You don't want to love them. You don't want to make a honest woman out of her. You don't want to honor her and marry her. But you're still trying to convince us that you like us? How can you like something that you're creating chaos in? How are you damaging people that you so-called like and love? Y'all need to sit down somewhere and deal with y'all mess. You need to deal with that. A lot of y'all are in pain. And the reason why you in pain is probably because of your mama. I'ma just be honest. You can't take it out on her. So what's the next best thing? You're going to take it out on the women that are in your life. You're going to manipulate them. You're going to lie to them. You're going to make them earn your trust. And then when they least expect it, you're going to take that rug clean out from underneath them. And you take pleasure and joy in seeing the pain in a woman's eyes. You take pleasure and joy in seeing how you hurt her. And you need this to make yourself feel special. This is a sickness that we don't even realize that we have. Black people especially. Get somewhere, go to therapy, do the work. Why is it that you mess up everything that you encounter? Why is it that you destroy everything that you touch? Why is it that you can't have any consistency? And why is it that you can't build homes rather than building a whole bunch of broken ones and having a whole bunch of... Look, I'm done.
There are actually some men who have chosen to remain single. Now, if Super Show Mimi is actually right about men, what about the passport bros? I came across that on social media. A passport bro is a man who goes to another country to get true love. I'm not talking about a man who would go to another country to be a pedophile. If men don't like women, why would a lot of men become passport bros? I'll tell you who or what men don't like. Men don't like laws intended for women against men. They don't like the so-called modern women. They don't like women who would manipulate men. They don't like women who would cry for things unfair to them, but would like things that are unfair to men. They don't like women who would like a fancy dinner for a first date. They don't like women who would marry men to divorce them and to take their money. They don't like women who would commit child support fraud. They don't like women that have children but want men without children. They don't like women who would assault men and have such innocent men arrested. They don't like women that would call men gay just because they couldn't manipulate them. They don't like women that would bring men's mothers and so on. Now, speaking of men's mothers, Super Show Mimi brought in the mothers of men. So, by her logic, a man should have to sleep with or date his mother to have a chance to get a woman. Bringing in a man's mother is a dumb thing. There are a lot of women that speak against women, that manipulate men, and other so called modern women. They include women with sons. That is a fact. Apparently, Super Show Mimi is a modern woman who does things that modern women do. She mentioned especially Black people. Since the message is directed at men, she meant to say especially Black men. However, when I watch podcasts about passport bros, it's usually Black men that I see that are passport bros. Also, on most thumbnails of shows about passport bros, it's usually a Black man that I see with women. What does that tell me? I analyze this just as I would analyze science data. I don't mean to bring politics into this. However, it is the policies of the USA and other Western nations that are making Black men dominate the passport bro movement. And also, that is why Black men are hard to date in Western countries, the USA, the UK, and so on. While foreign leaders are watching the USA and have taken notes of the way officials conduct themselves, and also others are watching and have taken notes of the so-called modern women, which is why women in other countries are taking men from the USA. There are some women in other countries who are asking for Black men. They must have understood that the US has policies intended against Black men. The passport bros living overseas with their women, usually wives, are happy. Most of them are Black men, I believe, from what I've seen on videos. So instead of American men to go for therapy, a lot of women need to change their ways. If you are a woman in the USA and you actually want a man, then you should fight for the rights of men. Maybe you should start like a political party that would be fair to both men and women, preferably one that would be fair to all people. That could solve the problem. Done talking.